this is what I want to get into. Because this one's got people feeling a certain way. All right, Yaxel Lendeborg is the Warriors' 11th pick out of Michigan. Looks like he's going to be a real good player. It really does. A lot of people impressed with him. But, of course, he gets caught up in the whole LeBron James situation. And through no fault of his own, Yaxel Lendeborg is asked, hey, what would your pitch to LeBron James be? And he answered the question.
My pitch is, man, I know you don't like rookies that much, man, but I'm not the average rookie, you know? And I would love to learn under you, man. So, I mean, if you're looking to play with one of the greatest shooter of all time and a close friend of yours, Draymond, it'll be great to come to the Warriors, and we'll be glad to have you, you know?
All right. Now, I heard that a week or so ago.
Better than Cornette's pitch.
And I thought it was one of the most harmless statements a guy could make after somebody says, hey, what would your pitch to LeBron be? Well, that's what I thought. Until Draymond Green weighed in on Yaxel Lendeborg, and this, I just don't know what to make of. Here's Draymond on Yaxel.
A lot of people I saw like, oh, man, Yaxel gave his pitch to LeBron. Like, what about his pitch? And he said, I know you don't like rookies that much, but I'm not the average rookie. If you're looking to play with the greatest shooter of all time and Draymond, we'll be glad to have you. Is the pitch too weak or too strong? I don't know. I think the pitch is pointless, you know. But it's fine. Training camp is coming soon enough, and, you know, you got to rein the rookie in a little bit. You know, teach him a few things. Training camp's coming soon enough. Yeah, training camp will be here pretty soon. And I think you all know why I'm hitting that training camp. And, yeah, it'll get here soon enough, Yaks. Enjoy all your media. Training camp's on the way. It'll be here before you know it. Summer will be gone. The training camp will be here, and the journey starts. And, yeah, Yaks, it's on the way.
What's he doing?
I think everyone's completely missing the boat here.
Oh, really? Well, what has been missing the boat and why?
Because Draymond's a free agent, and he just said, I'll see you at training camp.
Okay.
He's not going anywhere. Draymond just announced that he's going to the he's staying with the Warriors.
Okay.
This wasn't about Yaxel. It was about him.
Oh. What's he doing?
What's he doing? Okay, seriously. Like, is this a big deal to people?
I mean, big deal, small deal. All right, here's what I heard. Here's what I heard from Draymond Green. And you know the number, 888-957-9570. All right, I'm Yaxel Lendeborg, and someone goes, would you like to play with LeBron James? What are you going to say? No? First thing you're going to say is, yeah, sure. Well, what would your pitch be? Well, I know he doesn't like rookies, and I'm a rookie, but blah, 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 blah. I thought it was all in, I thought that was a nothing burger. I just don't, all right. Draymond clearly already has a problem with how much media Lendeborg has done. Would you agree with that?
No, I completely disagree.
He said it. Have fun with the media.
Yeah, he's saying it in jest. I seriously think this was blown way out of proportion.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think he's threatening Yaxel.
No, I don't either.
I don't think that he's giving him rookie hazing. Now, he's doing a bad job at it. I think his tone is, you can easily misread this, but Draymond, he's trying to have fun. He just doesn't know how. It's like when he's on the inside the NBA set. We talked about this all postseason. Draymond's doing, conference finals. There's Kenny, there's Shaq, there's Charles, and Ernie. All four of those guys know how to have fun together. And what do we talk about? It feels like Draymond Green is he just doesn't know where to fit in. He's trying to be self-deprecating. He's trying to make jokes. He's trying to josh. And it all just comes off a little cringy. That's what that is. He's not taking a shot at Yaxel. He's not telling the Rook to pipe down. He's trying to have fun with him, and it just sounded weird. That's the way that I read it.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you really think that Draymond Green is capable of being a mentor, especially to Yaxel Lendeborg?
Sure.
Okay, I don't.
Sure.
I don't know that he can mentor. I don't know that he knows how to truly mentor. And, you know, and the reason I think he'll never be a great mentor is because he's not consistent. Like, you can be a tough love mentor. The problem with Draymond is he's always all over the place. He's emotional. And when he gets emotional, he's the opposite of what a leader is. And, what I'm hearing there is a 35-year-old guy that is truly a little annoyed because this 24-year-old guy, I don't know what, is getting a lot of attention, is getting a lot of hype, was asked a question about LeBron and answered it. Was it because he called greater? You know what? It might have been something like Yaxel called Steph the greatest shooter of all time, and Draymond. Should he have said, well, do you want to play with the greatest shooter of all time and the greatest defensive player of all time, Draymond Green? And then Draymond wouldn't.
You said your friend Draymond.
What do you mean?
In the LeBron pitch, he said the greatest shooter of all time and your friend Draymond, which is true.
It's just another, what I think is pointless is Draymond talking about it being pointless. Of course it's pointless. What I have to say about LeBron, what anybody has to say about LeBron is kind of pointless. I don't like it. I mean, listen, is it the end of the world? Of course it's not the end of the world. And here, I'm going to get this, 510, good grief, Steiny, lighten up, he was joking. Did he sound like he was altogether joking?
No, because that's who he is, but he's trying to joke. I think maybe he's just not very good at it. That's why he can't be the next Charles Barkley. He might want to be, and he might offer his opinions, but because he has a hard time joking, at least at this stage in his life, which, by the way, is only 35 years done. He's got a long ways to go. I do think that's just how he is. But, this dates back to draft night. Remember when Yaxel accused Draymond of not texting him back?
Yes. And
then Draymond posted the receipts and was like, young fella, stop talking. You're a Michigan guy basically lying to people, blah, 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 blah. It wasn't very funny. But that's his way of trying to mess with him, I think. And who knows? Maybe Yaxel's been receptive to that. Yaxel was obviously at Summer League, and I think it was Mark Stein and Jake Fisher that asked him the question. So he was on SiriusXM NBA Radio, was on their live podcast, was asked a question. I think Draymond got wind of it. He needed something to talk about on his podcast. He's been ribbing back and forth with, a Wolverine versus Spartan sort of deal, and it's like it's like a singer who can't hit a certain note. Like he just fell flat.
No, that's fine. I'll gladly take it, to a bigger picture. And I'll say it again. I don't think Draymond's capable of being a mentor. In order to be a mentor, and by the way, I'm not either. I'm not. In order to be a mentor, you have to be selfless. The meaning of a mentor is that you are going to make your big priority helping someone else. And I don't think Draymond has that in him. He's not selfless. He's still thinking a lot about Draymond and a mentor. Like Udonis Haslem is a mentor to me because he didn't really play very much and he wasn't good enough to play very much, but it was all about protecting Spoelstra and continuing with it. I don't think Draymond wants to do that. I really don't. Udonis Haslem was a big part of the Miami Heat, quote unquote, culture. But we didn't really hear a lot from him because what he was doing was kind of clearly behind the scenes. and at practice and a lot of stuff we didn't see. I don't think Draymond can do that. I think he's still a lot about Draymond, and it's just who he is. And I don't trust that he's got Yaxel Lendeborg's best interest at heart.
Well, you don't think he tried to mentor Jonathan Kuminga?
No, not at all. I don't.
Now, why not?
I think Jimmy Butler probably mentored Kuminga more in a year than Draymond did in 4.
Giving him advice about taking care of yourself, to me, is not being a mentor.
What do you mean?
Jimmy Butler, from what I can tell, is telling him to look after number one. That's what Jimmy Butler does, which is good advice. It's going to keep you in the league for a long time, but that's not being a mentor.
Okay.
Hey, look out for this young guy.
We have 2 big pieces of
Jimmy Butler was literally a roadblock to Jonathan Kuminga.
Right.
Because they were, quote unquote, redundant according to their head coach. Is that a mentor?
Okay. In the 4 years that Kuminga was here, we've got sound from Draymond Green saying, yeah, I don't really even know the guy, wasn't a mentor to him, essentially. But we read a few stories about how Butler had reached out to Kuminga. Of course, he was in his way, but my sense was that Butler was trying to take Kuminga under his wing in a way that Draymond never did. And maybe
Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green, to me, are both the same when it comes to being a mentor.
Yeah,
how many of Jimmy's ex teammates are looking at him like, yeah, that guy really helped me out when I was on the team. And that's not a shot at Jimmy. That's who he's been.
Right. But I can't speak to the type of leader Butler was in other places. I just know that we heard a lot about how he was really trying to help Kuminga, how he thought they could play together, how, Kuminga went over and had dinner, all that kind of stuff. I don't think Draymond is ready to yield anything still. I don't.
Okay, so him opting out and taking less money is him not yielding?
I mean, I'm talking about yielding to Yaxel Lendeborg.
Well, what if he comes off the bench for him this year? He did it for Kuminga for about 5 games.
But that's the thing. If he comes off the bench this year, Draymond, it's because he should come off the bench this year. Like, he shouldn't just start above Yaxel if he's not as good as Yaxel. And I don't know that he will be or won't be right off the bat. But, what did I hear the other day that just kind of bothered me about, not Lendeborg, but, I can't think about it. But, I mean, Draymond himself kind of said he might not have helped Kuminga enough.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't think that Draymond is a mentor in like the way that he goes to work every day and is trying to help a guy get over. But I just think that this particular, like, of all Draymond's antics and comments and behavior, this one just didn't register to me. I'm sorry. Like, I don't think this is the beginning of him and Lendeborg beefing.
I don't necessarily think it's the beginning of that either. But what it tells me is after 15 years, this guy, Draymond Green, still doesn't get it. The reason that is annoying to some people or thought of negatively to some people is because he punched Jordan Poole. Like, the facts are the facts. He punched Jordan Poole. He decked him. He dropped him. Okay. Well, now, if you make a reference to training camp coming soon, Yaxel, I get it. I don't think he's going to punch Yaxel Lendeborg the first day. But to me, this is the optics. He's still in this mode of, I'm still Draymond Green and I run this thing. And we're not there anymore, and I just don't think it's good for the team.
It's not good for the team.
No.
That this is going to impact chemistry when they get to training camp.
I don't know if it will or won't.
That Yaxel is going to be looking at it like, oh, Draymond's going to come after me in first day of training camp. I got to be worried.
Again, it's not about thinking the guy's going to get knocked out because he said he wanted to play with LeBron James. It's more about where Draymond's mind is. Like, what?
Well, Draymond's mind. Okay, like if we're gonna be honest, is Draymond not sacrificing this summer?
I don't know. Do you?
It sounds to me like he's coming back.
Yeah.
He said, "I'll see you in training camp."
Okay.
Is he going to sign 2 for $50?
Well, he's going to do something that's going to favor Draymond Green. Like he's not going to end up this summer with less money, is he?
I will bet you that he makes less money this upcoming season than he would have if he opted in.
And I'll bet you that he'll make more over 2 years than he would over 1.
Okay, sure, but if you're taking a 2 for $30 million deal, then you're making exactly the exact same amount of money you would than if you had just opted in.
Well, it's a little more, first of all.
I'm not saying he's acting completely
It also gives him
selflessly.
another year in the league, which he might not deserve to get right now.
He also doesn't deserve to be making $27.5 million, but he could.
Yeah.
He's not a $27.5 million player.
He didn't opt out.
I'm not saying he's selfless in this. I'm sure there's a reason why he did it, and it's to help himself along with the Warriors. But if he takes a pay cut when he didn't have to, that's something that I don't believe he's ever done.
Well, I don't think if he gets 2 years for $32 million, it's a pay cut.
What?
I don't think it's a pay cut. He loses annual, but he makes more in the long term. Like he also runs the risk of, if this were the last year of his deal, he might not get another deal.
He would get another deal.
You think?
Let's
see what kind of year he has.
If he has the same year he did last year, he's not getting another deal. He played 70 games.
No, he did. He had a great year.
Well, he didn't have a great year.
No, game-wise. He played a lot of games.
Yeah, he didn't have a great year. I'm not saying he did, but he did good enough compared to a lot of guys that are getting paid out here to get $5 to $10 million.
I don't know.
Tiny. Come on.
This team is old. And these guys, Draymond, like, they just want to hang on. He wants 2 more years of being an NBA player as opposed to 1. And the Warriors are willing to do that, but they're not going to give him crazy type money. And I don't know.
Yeah, no, I don't think they want to. I just, what I don't want is for people to go into this year thinking that him and Yaxel Lendeborg are at odds.
No, it's not that. It's just his.
Yeah, he bugs you. I get it.
No, it's not that he bugs me. There's stuff I like about Draymond and stuff I don't like about Draymond. But to me, this is more of a window into where he's at right now. And, like when I hear Steve Kerr say, "We got him," meaning LeBron, yeah, I think that's a joke. When I hear Draymond Green say 7 times, training camp's going to get here soon, young fella. Training, it's kind of funny, but vintage Draymond, he can't read the room, and he has no idea that what he maybe just said might not be the most positive thing to be said about your teammate who's going to play his first year in the NBA.
Yeah, I mean, I think that he's going to welcome him with open arms, and
I don't. I think he's going to be a pain to the kid.
Oh my God!
Seriously, what? So he's going to.
Everyone has a personal agenda.
The moment they took him at number 11, he's in his way.
This is going to be the first player that Draymond ever takes under his wing. This guy right here.
He doesn't have to take him under his wing to not be a nuisance.
Okay, but hey, okay.
Who's a bigger?
Well,
you can talk about it. Yeah, who's going to be a bigger obstacle for Yaxel? Draymond or Kerr?
Draymond. Because Kerr's finally going to decide to play this guy at some point. And we'll see how that goes over.
He hasn't done it before.
We'll see how that goes over with our 37-year-old aging power forward who wants to play 3 more years. Turn the page. This isn't. It's not 2020 anymore. Draymond.
You got to go to break.
I got a couple more. Yeah, you know what? I'll agree with you. It's a nothing burger, but it's just another indication. This guy, not helping anymore. Is he really helping? Can Draymond Green be a mentor to a teammate? That's my question.